Hey guys, Kevin with Kevin's RV Tips and Trips. What I want to talk to you about today is the importance of having good tires on your camper and good tires for your tow vehicle. That is one of the most important safety features and factors in camping. If you're going to be doing a lot of traveling, you want to make sure all that stuff is up to date, up to par, and everything is in good working order. Because you don't want to be out there on the highway, especially if you're driving at night, and which most people try not to do. But if you are caught in the middle of the night, you certainly don't want to have a blowout, and you certainly don't want to be out there in the middle of the night trying to change a tire. So I'm going to show you a few things that I've kind of learned along the way is to pay attention to some particular numbers on your tires on your whether it's a Class A, Class C, or a towable. All of them have wheels on them, and it's a good idea to, from time to time, to pay attention to the manufacturer date. And what I will do is I'll show you where that manufacturer date is. So here I have a 2018 Coleman Light, not a very heavy camper. It does have two axles on it. So I bought this. This is a 2018 model. It's about 27 foot long or so, give or take. But I bought it brand new in 2018. So, you know, when the tires are sold with these things, they don't put the best tires on them. The tires that were on this one have actually been pretty good. I'm really surprised at the life that I've gotten out of them. They still look real good. However, there is a particular spot on here I want you to pay attention to, and it is the manufacturer's date on the tire itself. So right down here, if you look, let's see if I can zoom in here. Right here, there is a date or a number in a box, in an oval box, that says 2717. As to my understanding, that 27 stands for the 27th week, I'm assuming, of the year, and they were manufactured in 2017. So that tire is running up on 5 years old. So it would be a real good idea to start thinking about going ahead and getting some new tires on this vehicle. Otherwise, I'm going to be traveling down an interstate at about 65 miles an hour a clip and have a blowout. And from what I've seen, never had one personally, but all this stuff is made of plastic and aluminum. It's not made very well. We have a blowout with this tire, it's going to destroy everything. So we certainly don't want that. Well, today on my tow vehicle, my 2018 Nissan Titan Pro 4X, I went today and bought a new set of tires for it. I bought some all-terrain. They're the what they call the Venom Terra Hunter XTs. I got the tires at a pretty good deal, and they were they're all-terrain tires. They're a 10-ply tire, and that's kind of what you need when you're traveling. And you know, they feel really good on the highway. They don't hum that loud. They're pretty good. So that's just a little tip for all of you out there, is to pay attention to your tires on your vehicle. It is a real dangerous thing to be out riding and have a blowout. Also, pay attention to the spare as well. Do not forget that spare. Always make sure you got air in that spare. Check it often. I do try to keep my tires covered up with wheel covers. They're not covered up right now because usually the storms come through and they tend to blow the covers off of them. I need some better covers. But if you keep them covered up and keep the keep the UV rays off of them, that's what happens is it dries them out. You want to keep them you want to keep them covered as much as you can. Also, this tire is a load range D. You want a minimum of a D. You actually want at least an E range, which is a lot more ply. It's at least a 8 or a 10 ply tire. Some people even run 12 ply tires, but the higher that letter is right here, the better. You pay a little bit more for them, but I'd rather pay a little bit more for them than have a peace of mind. Because you don't want to be stranded out there on the highway, because then what's going to happen is if you don't have the right equipment to change that tire beside the roadway, you're going to end up having to call for your roadside assistance. Also, another thing is to grease these bearings. Make sure that these bearings are greased. This one, all I got to do is pop that cap off, and I've got a grease zerk in there. All I have to do is stick my grease gun on there, shoot me some grease in there, and I'm good to go. Periodically, I like to take these things off and take the bearings out, inspect the bearings, make sure everything's looking good on them, and then pack the bearings back with new grease. Those are just some maintenance tips that I highly recommend that you do, so you're not stuck out here on the road, beside the road, in a dangerous, precarious situation trying to get this fixed, because otherwise, you're going to get hurt, possibly. It's dangerous, or it can also be an expensive problem if you didn't take care of it beforehand. So guys, I hope this tip helps you.